1340 96.5 KVGC. On the phone with us this Saturday morning, Douglas Viviani of Everything Old is New Again. Tonight, he and David Cohen host a show called Everything Old is New Again. That's why we say Everything Old is New Again. Each week, examining our pop culture, where it came from, why it's still popular, and definitely, I urge you to listen to the show, definitely making radio fun again. Douglas, how was your Memorial Weekend?
Memorial Weekend was great. We had a nice time. We saw the air show. We saw the Blue Angels. We had a nice time with that. We had a little barbecue, and everything worked out. Angelica had a softball game. Good old Americana. The only thing we didn't have was the apple pie. I don't know why we didn't do that.
Did you make any ice cream?
We didn't make it, but the ice cream man came around, and boy, is that do you have that over there? The human man that comes around in the truck?
Not
in the neighborhood.
Not really. I mean, no. Every 10 years somebody tries it, but we're such a rural area that there's not many, big neighborhoods for.
I'm telling you, the ice cream man comes around here, and he's driving by at like 2-3 miles an hour, but it's still kind of fast to get your wallet and yell stop and get out there. So it's like you hear the music from afar a little bit through the windows, and the kids are scrambling and screaming, and ice cream man! Oh, it's like nothing else, I have to tell you. The panic that sets in. Did I go to the bank to have $3 in my wallet to get these kids a bungalow bar or what? I don't know. The chill goes up your spine.
That is something that is slowly disappearing, along with the newspaper boy. Remember the newspaper? Did you ever have friends, or did you ever deliver a newspaper?
I didn't, but I had a buddy of mine did it for a long time. In fact, he did it as a job as he got older. He bought a van, and he covered number of towns. It wasn't just on a bicycle anymore. He built it into a little bit of an empire.
You'd wear the newspaper bags, on the front and the back, and drive and throw your paper into the neighborhoods. And do you get your newspaper delivered by your friend in his van?
I get the newspaper delivered. I don't know who it is. It's on my driveway or my car or on the trees or in the bushes. It's there every morning. How it gets there, I don't know.
Dropped by drone. It just shows up by a drone. So
it could be. I'll tell you, that's the fun of the summer, though, is you get out and do all these activities, these fun things. I don't know. The only question I have is, and I guess it's good, the summer television season used to be really nothing but reruns. Now we've got new shows, but I'm not so sure that they're all that much fun. There's I don't know, Bachelor in Paradise, The Bachelorette, Humans, World of Dance. I'm going to read off a couple here, see if you get any of these you like. Game of Thrones, beats Shazam, the family, what is it? The Gong Show with Mike Myers. There's the $100,000 Pyramid with Michael Strahan, the Celebrity Family Feud, Luke Cage, Battle of the Network Stars. Are any of these of interest? I don't know.
I've been looking forward all winter long to new episodes of Celebrity Family Feud, $10,000 or $100,000 pyramid. I dated myself there. $10,000, $100,000 pyramid. Celebrity Match Game. I haven't heard if that's coming back or not, but that with the
that's not coming back from what I see.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I wasn't a real big fan of To Tell the Truth that much. With the kid from Blackish, but I can't wait. Also, there's another one there that you missed. Penn and Teller, Fool Us. Have you seen that show?
I have seen. It's pretty cool. They get magicians to come up and do their own tricks and Penn and Teller's going to try to see if they can determine how the trick was done. Although it's an odd thing because they still, even if when they can reveal how or they know how it's done, they don't reveal it to us.
Right. And then the one with Jamie Foxx beats Shazam. That's I like to watch it, but it makes me nervous. Have you watched it? I
have it. It's the old Name That Tune.
Yeah,
right?
I get anxiety. I get kind of anxiety by watching it. It makes me too nervous.
I loved the game shows when I was a kid, and when I was staying home from school or in the summertime, Mom would go to work, and 11 o'clock you'd turn on the game shows for a while before you went out. but at nighttime on a Saturday night for entertainment, Michael Strahan just doesn't do it for me. How did this guy get this job? I mean,
he's a likable guy. He's
likable. You know how many talk show hosts and radio hosts and communication majors and people that have gone into this business so that they can speak their mind and speak to the general public and use their expertise and their training for this, and this ex-football player gets the job?
I
mean, this guy. You want to hear an ad lib from Michael Strahan? I mean, here's an ad lib for Michael Strahan. Here's an example of one. You ready?
Yeah.
Here you go. That's it. That's what the guy's got to offer. And he's the host of $100,000 Pyramid. That guy? All right. I've had enough of it, but that's where I go on that one.
See, I like it because I think that's a show I could probably go on and possibly win.
I love the game.
It's a simple game show. Now, I watched a show a couple of days ago. I was flipping through Netflix, and I ran across this show, and I personally didn't watch the show, don't care for the guy, David Letterman, okay?
Right.
David Letterman has got this show on Netflix now. I think it's called My Next Guest Is, and it's just David Letterman sitting on a stage with a guest in front of an audience, and they just talk. And I watched him interview Howard Stern, which was fascinating. And then I watched him with Jerry Seinfeld. And if you have a chance to watch the show, he's got that big old giant beard. You just can't help but stare at. Have you seen David Letterman with his beard?
It's like it's an oddity. It's like Santa Claus interviewing Jerry Seinfeld. It's just an odd combo. I will definitely check that out. I do have the Netflix, so I'll look into that.
And what was happening in the Howard Stern one, Howard's letting him interview him, but in the Jerry Seinfeld one, Seinfeld begins to interview him, and it's almost like two peers interviewing each other, which they somewhat are, and it was good. It was good.
I definitely will check that out. As far as that kind of thing is concerned with Netflix, something new, the Defenders and Luke Cage, those two shows are premiering in the summertime, or I guess the next season of those are on. Those are kind of pretty good.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want a one-word answer. We're not going to go into this, and everybody knows what the elephant in the room is. So, will Netflix or another independent production company or streaming service or what have you pick up Roseanne?
I thought of that. I would suggest that they probably would wait at least a year or two and see what happens. But it seems to me like all these people, everybody in Hollywood, always seem to try to make a comeback, and that was a #1 show for the year. It was 20 million people watching it, which is a big number these days. So some little channel somewhere, I definitely think would make an offer. But I don't think they're going to have the money to produce
it. Yeah.
With all those stars on there. Yeah. You may get John Gooden, who's been noticeably quiet about this, and Roseanne, and maybe they'll take it from there. But the short answer on that, to me, I guess I didn't give you one word, is no. I don't think it's going to fly.
Well, tell me about your weekend in Northport.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's the thing.
See how I segue quickly from that
exactly. to we have all these TV shows and all that, but to me, they're all fun shows, but they can be missed if you want and to have some fun out and about. So, in Northport, we've got I don't know, we're going to have the pool activities. We're going to go to the beach. How about those nighttime outside movies, which is kind of the new drive-in, right? They have the fairs. We've got concerts. I'm going to go see Leonard Skinner and Ringo Starr with the family this year, believe it or not. Going to go to some water parks, some amusement parks. Of course, Barbecue Guy will be here to barbecue with us. I know we're going to do a little camping. We're going to Saratoga to the horse track in July. We're going to do some fishing from a party boat out on Long Island, some outdoor concerts of some local bands under the stars in Northport, maybe some wine tasting. How's that sound for a summer?
Stop. You have wineries?
Yes, we have wineries way out on Long Island, maybe I'd say an hour's drive from here. We've got some wineries that you probably don't know, but the wine's okay. It's not bad. It's getting better and better, and it should be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Are you a red wine or a white wine drinker?
Oh, it's got to be the red wine for me.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not I'm not a hater on white wine, but red wine, I like a more bolder flavored wine. So
I'm going to throw something out there. Have you ever heard of a winery called Pindar?
No.
All right. So if you go to a wine store in California, if they have these eclectic wines, Pindar may be there. That's the one from Long Island that you would you'd be able to notice.
Speaking of wineries, and this is totally off the map on this one. Speaking of wineries, our friends at Oak Island own a winery. Did you know that? They own a winery.
Actually, I do. I saw it on one of their T-shirts once. Yeah.
What happened to that Civil War Gold show? They kind of disappeared.
They did like 2 or 3 episodes
just
and
went
it was
away.
gone.
Yeah.
No idea. It's a great question. I've been looking for it. I wonder either they found the treasure and they've just immediately retired and said, I'm not doing this show because I'm so rich, or it just became a farce and they figured I'm not putting my name on this. I don't know.
Because it dropped off the planet. Just boom.
And they had to have been filming it. They had to.
Yeah.
So there's stuff in the can. I have to look that up. It's a good question. I don't know what happened to that.
Because the Oak Island that we'll watch later on in the year is actually either, if it's not in production right now, it'll be in production very shortly, because we see what takes place in the summer months on the island in Nova Scotia.
Right, and there was something. They were getting close. There was something happening. There was something brewing.
Did you ever watch Axemen when it was on? When it
No.
was new ones? You never watched that one?
No, some of them go by me.
How about Deadliest Catch? Did you ever watch Deadliest Catch at all?
No, what's that one about?
That's the crab fisherman up in.
Oh
Alaska.
yes, I've seen that. Yes, it gets me. Talk about getting nervous. It gets me very nervous. The guy's going to fall overboard, and this is the wet seas and the high seas and all that stuff. So that's it. Any of those activities happening in Jackson? Or?
Well, we've got the pool. We've got we're kind of far from the beach,
right?
But see, living here, we're kind of halfway between the beach at Tahoe. We're halfway at the beach of the Pacific Ocean, so we could take our. We have a Friday. It's TGIF Friday. It's a musical concert series put on by the Amador Arts Council every Friday night here.
Well, that's good. Like Under the Stars.
That's
good.
Fishing from a party boat. Maybe fishing at Lake Pardee in a boat. Maybe we could do that. That's pretty much gone. Horse racing. Not much horse racing going around here. But we've got the theater, the outdoor movies. Our recreation agency here has a big, gigantic blow-up screen,
right?
And they do that once in a while. I don't know about you. Do you guys have mosquitoes back there where you live?
We do, yes.
We have horrible mosquitoes here at times.
Oh, so they bother you?
Yeah. So I'm
gotta
kind
get
of
the citronella everywhere.
Sissy. Yeah, exactly. And wine tasting, of course. When you and the family,
that's why you jumped on that one.
Yeah.
That's a big hit. The wine taste. No. Now, how far is? I mean, you go to a ball game too, but that's a good hour's drive, right?
Oh yeah, that would be. We would have to go to San Francisco or Oakland, so that would take us 2 hours to go.
Right. So it's a bit of a project, you got to plan for it.
I went to a Giants game 2 weeks ago on a Saturday, and Teresa and I, just pulled right in, boomity boom, went watched the game, stayed a little bit afterwards, to see what was going on, and then walked. We weren't in a hurry. Parked very close to the stadium. It took us 2 hours to go. I'm not kidding you. Look this up on a map, okay? When you get to the office or whatever, put up a Google. From AT&T Park to the Bay Bridge took us 2 hours.
Oh no! What happened?
It's the traffic. It was horrible.
From the game?
Yes, it was horrible. And they don't have anybody out there directing it. They're just letting it go by the lights. And lights are green. You're looking up. I'm looking at the sign, Bay Bridge, turn right, like 6 blocks up. Lights are all green. People just stopped because they can't move because it's gridlocked from light to light to block. It was.
And there's no other way around. You've got to take the Bay Bridge.
And I was fine. We were fine. We didn't care.
Yeah, but now you got a 4-hour trip.
Yeah, but it was fine. It was, Hey, Douglas, I was with my wife. You know.
Yeah, as I said, so now you got an 8-hour trip, you guys.
Hey, what's up with tonight's show?
Well, we're continuing one more week of our look at what I call the silver age of radio, where in the 70s it was just the last spurt of these dramas and these shows that had characters on them and so forth. And in this particular week, we're looking at radio, or CBS Radio Mystery Theater. We've got Bob Caliban and Paul Hecht, who are on reminiscing about the 250 shows that they did out of the 1,400 shows that aired in the 70s and 80s on Radio Mystery Theater, and talking about behind the scenes and the state of radio today and all the experiences they had with different guest stars on the show. So we're going to continue that one more time and have a little fun. All
right. Will David be there this week?
David was not there last week, not going to be there this week. He
oh, good. I'm going to listen then. I'm going to listen for sure this week then.
Because sometimes he loves to do the interviews, and sometimes he's just, you know what, you know more about it than I do. There's only so much airtime. I'll let you go with it. So we've got these two as co-hosts instead of David Cohen. So that is a big attraction to many people.
Are we going to see a resurgence in radio theater?
I don't think we will just yet. I guess we could say it this way: yes, but it'd be more of a podcast situation, I think. And then if the podcast situation gets really popular, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, I bet you some radio stations will take notice. You tell me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's out there right now.
And there's a need for it.
It's out there right now. There are young people producing radio dramas, radio comedies. It's out there right now. You have to find it. And when you do, it's great. It's great radio. So, speaking of great radio, tonight at 6 o'clock, Douglas Viviani sans David Cohen will host a show called Everything Old is New Again. Please listen to this. Douglas has to pay for his kids' college funds. So you got to start thinking about that. See, you got to start thinking. Angelica's what, 9?
She's 9. I got a fund going. It's not that big yet. I'm waiting for the stock market to really cash in.
And Leo's 5, 6,
Leo is 6.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
So there you go. All right. Tonight at 6 o'clock, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, Everything Old is New Again. Douglas Viviani, have a great show tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy the weekend.